Hey everybody, welcome to Fisherman's Digest. We're here in the beautiful port town of Holland, Michigan on the Lake Michigan shoreline. Get ready for some fantastic salmon, trout, mixed bag action. Stay tuned to Fisherman's Digest.
What we're doing today is we're covering the water from about 25 feet on down to the bottom. It's trying to hit all the temperature breaks down near the bottom, but they're up in this warmer water feeding this time of year, getting ready to come up the river. So the program is just cover multiple ranges of depths and see what happens.
What we're doing today is we're trolling into the waves, and this is really where the Mercury SmartCraft gauges on my 225 Verado come in really critical. We have to keep a good constant speed, and that's not always easy when you're trolling right into a couple of foot chop or wave. So we're able to edit down our RPM gauge so that we can increase or decrease those RPMs so that we can get the right speed without having to play with our throttle. Our main throttle, you know, that's really hard to get the right setting. So by using this up-down troll mode on the SmartCraft gauges, it gives us the ability to control our speed without having to change throttle position. Yo, good job, man. Get him, Don.
Yahtzee. This is the worst part. I don't know how to play fish.
Reverse engineer. You coach it off.
He's not giving up altogether too easily, is he?
No.
Well, like tournament fishing, Don, it's about quality. It's about the right bites. I'd rather catch 6 really fun, nice fish than catch a whole bunch of 2-pounders, you know?
Exactly.
And when you're here out of the Port of Holland, you know, this is the type of opportunity you have. You've got a real mixed bag here. You got, in the spring, you get a really early season run of browns in shallow water. Then it goes to Kings, Coho, and Lakers for the rest of the season. And you get some really nice fish coming out of this harbor.
Fish!
Prepare,
fish,
we
fish,
got a fish here. Yeah, I got it. Got him. Yep, double. Port of Holland, this is a good fish too, boys. Oh, I love how it gives.
That's a Tony custom.
I love how it gives. This is crazy. Oh my gosh. Holland, Michigan, baby. It took us a little bit of time, but we're figuring it out now. That's one of the big things when it comes to fishing the Great Lakes is if you're a newbie to fishing the Great Lakes, go out with a charter. Go out with a charter more than once. You can learn this. People in their own boats become very good fishermen on Great Lakes fish, but it is worth the money and worth the time to go out with guys like Don from Tangled Mess. That's the name of his charter. It's hysterical because if you've ever salmon or fish or lake trout fish, a tangled mess is the reality at times of what happens. But boy, I'll tell you, and he's out there on the surface now.
Corner,
really. Corner, triple. You gotta love it. I'm gonna get mine in, guys.
Cameraman's gonna have to catch a fish.
Yeah, our cameraman
What's a
Gabe
toad
is
do?
next. Unfortunately, we're
Oh,
just
look at
gonna
the size
drag
of
him.
that thing.
Look
Beautiful.
at the fish. I'm gonna just keep them coming for you, Don. Look at that. Yeah, that's welcome to Holland, Michigan, baby. Clear the net, Don. We got more fish. That's
Got
a
it?
nice fish. You notice how long that leader is, and the mate Tony has happened to bring that in, but this is a gorgeous, gorgeous fish. Don't shake. Yeah, baby. You're looking for a ridiculous bite with fantastic quality fish like this. Get a hold of Donnie from Tangled Mess, because this is a triple that I don't think I've ever caught a triple of Lakers of this size. Bringing them to you, Don. Oh, wow. Is this crazy or what, Don, for a triple?
Yeah, that's
Unbelievable size, unbelievable quality. Hey, we're here in Holland, Michigan. Stay tuned, the Fisherman's Digest will be right back.
Located just minutes from Lake Michigan, downtown Holland is your one-stop shopping and dining destination. With brew pubs, locally owned shops, and unique lodging options, it's the perfect place to relax after a day on the big lake.
This segment brought to you by Ely, Minnesota. On the Boundary Waters Canoe Area, Ely, one of North America's last pure wilderness experiences.
I don't know if you noticed behind me here, the tip of that dipsy rod is really pounding, and what that is we've got that dipsy set right off the bottom so that very frequently it's impacting the bottom. It's called skipping, and it's just creating silt and disturbances, and it's a very effective way to trigger trout when you're fishing for trout. And whether it's your downrigger ball or the dipsy diver, make sure that you're really tight to the bottom and that you're actually impacting the bottom frequently while you're trolling along.
Jigging.
We were jigging with that one. Tony and I were trying to reset this rigger to go chase the 75-foot fish. We brought the rigger ball all the way to the surface, and before we were even able to drop back down to the 75, he was on. So even if you got a program going, you start marking fish. Now it's a little after noon. You start marking fish and you see them at a consistent, solid level. We've seen these 75-foot fish now for a couple hours. Don't be afraid to pull a rigger up there and be right on top of them. Really good fish. Wow.
another nice fish here. Let's put this one back for the future.
You know, when you're looking to buy a boat, a track system for your rod holders and your accessories for this Great Lakes fishing is absolutely imperative. We're using the Trax Tech system here today, and what it is you've got a main mounting plate, a base rail, and once you install that onto your boat, you can add all kinds of accessories. We have our dipsy rod holders, we have our equipment and utility holder. We've got a 3-tree system for our flat trolling lines, whether you're out here flatlining for coho or high fish, or if you're a walleye fisherman for boards. And then I also have my electric downriggers that go right here. All of these can be removed and put back on 5-10 minutes with nothing more than a simple Allen wrench. So when you're looking to buy a boat and you're equipping a boat, make sure you buy and use a track system for all of your rod holders and accessories. One of the advantages of having a 21-foot Great Lakes boat is this Crestliner 2050 Authority is able to get out in these conditions. We've got about a 20-25 mile an hour wind today, and it's not by any means unsafe to be in it. You just have to be prepared. And having a high side 21-foot boat that keeps you dry and safe and still gives you the fishability necessary is really critical. This 2050 Authority really does the job well. Holland has been known for decades as a top fishing port. Their facilities here, whether it's boat launches or their fish cleaning facility for the public, is first rate. The fish cleaning facility is brand new, and it is just absolutely gorgeous with a fish grinder, a perch scaler, a covered roof, electrical outlets, and lighting for the night for the guys who come in late at night. Get him, Don. Yeah. Got it done? How does he feel, Don?
It's another good one.
Hey, Don, what do you got with a progression of fish? Let's talk for a minute about just how do the fish move through the Holland area here, and what's the available fish season?
In April, we start out on the beach going for brown trout. There's a good number of brown trout around again. And then late April, early May, there's a bunch of big lake trout in the shallower water, which then leads into the salmon coming up from down south, come rolling through here mid-May into the 1st of June. Then it slows up a little bit. You get into the lake trout for June, and a few steelhead start showing up. The skamanias show up around 4th of July. And then typically the second week of July, the kings start coming, and you just get a good mixed bag from there on out. And then into October, we go offshore steelhead fishing.
Okay, fish is on the surface.
The fish is on the surface right now. I got my rod low, trying to keep it down in there so that he doesn't get up there and rip the hook out. These trout have really soft mouths. And they get up on top of the wave, roll around, and out comes the hook. But I think we may have a coho. Is that a coho, Tony?
Yeah, you bet. Silverfish. We were kind of looking for that.
Coho costs you more tackle than any other fish. They get down there, they roll, and they got that gill plate. He's trying to get my wire diver over here.
Oh yeah. Now that is the best eating fish in the lake is right.
For cooking this, we just flay it out, leave the skin on, put it on some foil, put some butter, lemon pepper and herb seasoning, maybe a little Cajun seasoning. Just cook it till it just starts to turn color, turn the grill off, and you're ready to go.
Fisherman's Digest is brought to you by the Hayworth Inn on the campus of Hope College, a perfect place for your next meeting or getaway, and by the Residence Inn Holland, an all-suite pet-friendly facility offering extended stay accommodations for work or play. This segment is brought to you by the Windmill Island Gardens in Holland, Michigan, home to America's only authentic working Dutch windmill and other unique Dutch attractions in a beautifully landscaped setting.
The Holland area is a hugely diverse area when it comes to the activities. I've lived here within 20 miles of this area for over 50 years, and I remember as a kid coming to the Holland Beach and Tunnel Park and swimming, and it is a fantastic base recreational launching pad to be able to look around all of the areas within the Holland region and have a great time. Their downtown is absolutely second to none. They have huge nationally known festivals such as Tulip Time, and you know, it's just a fantastic place whether you're coming just to visit or whether you're coming for a week.
For sportsmen, the Holland area has a lot to offer. We have great fishing, we have great hiking, we have great biking, we have all sorts of wonderful things. And if the sportsmen like to shop, or if they have family members who like to shop, we have great shopping as well. Holland is very fortunate in that we have hosted the Big Red Fishing Classic for a number of years. We have between 15 and 20 different charter opportunities out of the Holland area. Holland State Park is either the first or second most visited state park in the entire state of Michigan. Big Red Lighthouse is a photographer's dream. Number one, it's bright red. It sits at the entrance to the channel. Really, it's great. It's just a nice piece of our puzzle.
The two guys that we fished with today were really generous to give us their time. Tony Childs, who runs a charter business out of Saginaw, and Don Alofs, who runs a charter business right here out of Holland. And we really thank them. And Tangled Mess Charters is a first-rate charter operation. If you're looking to book a trip, he'd be a great call, and you can either find his stuff on fishermansdigest.com or also at the Holland Chamber site. We're using the Trax-Tex downrigger, which is part of the Trax-Tex rod holder system. And one of the things I really like about this downrigger is that it's super easy to use and it offers some really critical functions. The two functions I like the most are the target depth function and the auto up to a target stop function. What that means is, let's say we're fishing like today, right on the bottom for lake trout, and I want to send that downrigger down, 115, 120. I can set that with just punching in 120 set, and there's my target depth, so that I never have to sit and stare at it. I can hit one button and it drops it right down and slows down and settles right into the target depth. When I get a fish hit, I can take the rod in my hand, and while I get a little break from reeling, I can just reach over and hit the auto up, and the auto up brings the downrigger all the way back up again. I don't have to pay attention to the downrigger. It'll stop and slow down and stop right at the auto up setting. So it's right back at water level, ready to be reconnected the next time. Well, today was a perfect example of fantastic base lake trout fishing. We initially went out in the morning trying to target some kings and coho mixed bag, but the weather conditions just wouldn't permit us to travel or troll in the right direction because of the wind. So we just ran a few miles south of the port and started a downwind troll, and you saw the results. Fantastic average size, just a great fishery, and we did this all in less than 4 hours. Just phenomenal. Bringing them to you, Don. that, Don, is craziness. Let me show the people at home these Holland, Michigan fish. Oh, wow. Is this crazy or what, Don, for a triple?
Yeah, that's
Unbelievable size, unbelievable quality. Hey, we're here in Holland, Michigan. Stay tuned, the Fisherman's Digest will be right back with more Laker fishing. That's unbelievable.
Today we're doing a grilled tilapia. All right, to grill our tilapia, we're gonna use olive oil, garlic salt, pepper, and a little bit of lemon. Start off putting your garlic salt on. Don't need too much. Pepper, olive oil, and then finish her off with lemon. Now, right before you put it on the grill, you're gonna want to spray the grill so it doesn't stick. It's also kind of fun. There we go. Now this will take probably 5 minutes. Flip it over. Another 4 minutes, you're ready. All right, it's flipping time. Beautiful. A few more minutes and she's ready. All right, we got the water boiling for our green beans with our grilled tilapia. It's gonna take about 4 minutes for these to cook. Covered, if you leave them uncovered, it takes a lot longer, so cover them up so they steam. Good to go, 4 minutes, we'll be back. Alrighty, our tilapia is ready, so we're gonna plate her up and mow down. Alrighty, I'll see you guys inside. All right, it's been about 4 minutes. Good and steamed up. Warm. Now we can plate them up. For anyone who likes to go healthy, we have a tilapia, rice, and green bean dish that you can't go wrong with.
Go fish. Oh, yeah. Oh. Sorry, trying to get some ground. Good grab, Don. Good grab, yep. That's what I was trying to do, but I didn't want to lose pressure. Whew. Another nice hit, hard hit. We don't know what we have here, but you know, if you're a private boat owner like myself and you're thinking of getting into this fishery, you know, this salmon fishing game, one of the best ways to start, I said before, was to really go out with a guy like Don or one of the local charter captains here in Holland. But once you get your feet wet, the next best way to do this is to visit the local bait stores in the communities that you're going to go fishing. These guys know the hot colors. They know what's going on. You know, don't call them on the phone. Go there, put a little basket on the table, and tell the guy straight up, hey, help me here. You know, point out a few of the lures I should have, the spoons I should have. And right now, this is a good fish. Ho, ho, ho. Boys, if this is a Laker, which I think it is really nice. Well, about an hour ago, we were about to get rained on, and like a bunch of good 55-year-olds, we decided that that wasn't our favorite idea. So we pulled our set and ran up 5 miles. One, for safety, you know, stay away from any random lightning strikes, but also just to get away from the wet and the wind that was generated by that little storm. And I just said to my Tony that we just had gone through a set of marks that we had that triple earlier in the show on. We no sooner 5 minutes after that set of marks and we caught a coho, and 5 minutes later we're catching this. So there's clearly a little pocket of fish, a pod of fish that's in this area that I think if a guy just kept turning on these fish and working them, you could really put a nice day together. But guys, this is a very nice fish. Very nice. Special thanks to Don and Tony here from Tangled Mesh Charters out of Holland, Michigan. We've had a fantastic day here today. We have caught quality, Don.
Yeah.
It's been amazing. Lakers like this aren't normal everywhere you go. Thanks for joining us today on Fisherman's Digest. We're gonna see if we can catch a couple of more, but we'll see you next week on the show.
Closed captioning provided by the Quality Inns of Escanaba, Manistee, and St. Ignace on US 2 in the Eastern Upper Peninsula.
Cover all the angles to make sure we get them. Hold on. Whoa! I felt that one coming.